Afternoon, folks. Happy Friday. That is Interpol. Who do you think you are? Actually, they're pretty good. I'm kind of pissed I missed them when they rolled into town. Tonight, we are going to take a look at another beer that has now entered the I won't be drinking this shit ever again. Molson Canadian. Kind of a pity, actually, because I've always liked Molson. I really favored their Golden. Their Golden Ale was friggin' one of my favorites back in the 80s. It's Coors Molson now, which means it's Miller Coors Molson, which means it's owned by giant globalist corporate Scum. And I was doing poking around on the interweb, and in North America, you can use GMO ingredients, but in Europe, you can drink this stuff because it doesn't have any of that shit in it. Because the Europeans, for all their shortcomings, are smart enough to realize it's a bad idea to poison food. I don't know what the fuck is wrong. Well, I know exactly what's wrong with these people. Money talks, bullshit walks, and our politicians are all, at the very least, sociopaths, and at the very most, psychopaths, with the very few exceptions. Anyway, 5 ABV, 0 IBUs. It's Molson Canadian Bière Lager Beer. I don't know how you pronounce it in French because I didn't take frog when I was in school. I took Spanish. All the good it did me because I never figured I'd live in the desert Southwest. Go figure. Anyway, let's take a look. It's pretty beer. One of the disturbing things I did find out, and if you go to the Minds page where I have my beer page, I posted all the articles and stuff. High fructose fucking corn syrup. That's where the corn and the GMO comes from in beer. They put high fructose corn syrup in there to sweeten it up to make it more smooth and palatable. So in other words, people are too stupid to know what they want to drink. But if we make it taste sweeter, like, say, candy, the morons will just snuffle right up to the trough and clean it out, which apparently they do. Anyway. Really bacon through the nose, but again, it's a super light lager. I've been drinking Molson for over 30 years. I just thought I'd throw it on the channel tonight because I do a lot of unusual stuff. And there are a lot of people that don't drink the unusual stuff, so that they kind of look at it and they're like, hey, what the fuck is this guy talking about? So I thought maybe if I did something a little more common, it might help to get the numbers up and shit. We'll find out. On the other hand, when I drink common beer, I wind up drinking high fructose corn syrup, GMO friggin' poison beer. Why is there corn syrup in beer? Water, malted barley, hops, yeast. Excuse me. There's no reason for corn to be in there. And Budweiser was horrible at it because Budweiser used to toss rice in their beer to sweeten it up. And believe me, I came from the East Coast. I drank a lot of Budweiser. But back then, they also weren't killing you. It really does break my heart. It makes me sad that the evil globalist Scum, which is what happens, they just buy stuff. It's like like that movie from the 50s, The Blob, or from the 80s if you watch it with Kurt Russell, which is actually a really good flick, by the way. Oh no, that was The Thing. The Blob movie had Matt Dillon's brother in it. It wasn't bad. It was actually pretty funny. Neither here nor there. They get so big, they have nothing left to do but to devour everything else and destroy it. And they fucked up a perfectly good beer company. So I have to wonder now, do they own Labatt's too? Have they fucked Labatt's? Horrible. It's 5% beer, which is why you know it's Canadian and not American, because it's not 3.5. And it's not a horrible beer, except for the fact that I don't want weed killer in my goddamn beer. I don't think that's a lot to ask for. Anyway. If you don't mind it, you're going to drink it sparsely, once in a great blue moon, in moderation. Ain't going to kill you. You guys see how much beer I drink, though, so it'll kill me. All right, folks, thanks for checking in. I want everybody to have a nice weekend. Remember, Fridays are Red Fridays. Red, remember, everyone, deployed. Let's get the boys home and get them the fuck out of places where they shouldn't be. There's my political rant for the evening anyway. We'll catch you guys on the next beer. Have a nice weekend. Skol.